Hi there, viewer. How are you feeling today? Welcome to the Pisces lunar eclipse reading, and this is for the collective. And I'll talk a little bit about the astrology just before we get into the reading, but I will timestamp the start of the reading below if you'd prefer to jump straight to that. This particular lunar eclipse is going to be very powerful for everybody. Eclipse season always is, and will be impacted. So we're in 25 degrees of Pisces for this lunar eclipse. And it's going to impact predominantly where you have 25 degrees of mutable signs, so Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, particularly if you've got Pisces placements or placements in or around that. So it will be 25 degrees plus or minus a couple of degrees. You're going to feel it strongest, particularly specifically 25 degrees if you do have any planetary placements in your natal chart in those areas, or if you've got any transits. So it could be impacting you in various different ways. And if you've got any aspects in Pisces, if you're Pisces rising, Pisces descendant, MC or IC, could also be impacting you in different areas of your chart as well. But in general, we've got the Pisces energy, which is the deepest energy. Pisces has a layer of all of the other energies, all of the other signs of the zodiac encompassed as we go from one in Aries across to Pisces. It's the completion of the zodiac. It is the deepest in terms of what's hidden. So Pisces, which rules our 12th house as well, is very similar energy. It rules our kind of subconscious. It's like the subconscious realms. It's about the unknown. It's about what is blind. We can't see. We don't even know that something isn't there because it's hidden. It also is about hidden fears, also bringing that to the surface that become a kind of realized and known fears. It can be very illusionary energy. We've also got Neptune conjunct this moon cycle at the moment. So we have got this double Pisces energy. Neptune is currently in Pisces. This double Pisces energy that's coming through, particularly with this eclipse. And with the full moons, it's all about illuminating. So the full moon lunar eclipse Pisces is illuminating around this Pisces energy, and it brings things to light, but it's dragging things from the darkness into the light. And it's about deep shadow work, because it's dragging things that we don't even know are there because of the energy of things that are unknown, things that are blind. And we do have this tendency in this energy to go into illusion, to go into fantasy, to go into a dream world. Dreams could actually be impacting you quite a lot at the moment, because we've got this real thin veil between the worlds. It's about the oneness. So it's about the realization and the enlightenment of not being connected to everything, and realizing the experience of the conscious energy in the purest way that's possible. And there's a lot of shadow work that can be done or come up to be kind of moved through and processed during this time. It's really breaking down what we think is real and realizing the illusion around everything, the illusion around body, the illusion around ego, around identity, around everything else that we've learned through the rest of the zodiac. It's breaking all of that. There's a lot of psychic energy that comes up as well, mystic, spiritual energy. There's a merging with everything that's greater. So it's the layers deep that go into what we feel to be true to what actually is true. And it kind of asks us to go through all of that and shatter any illusions. But the Pisces energy will also hold on to those illusions, particularly with the Neptune energy. Neptune's also in retrograde, so there's a slower energy, and there can be a resistance that comes up with this, and it's the deep emotions that get illuminated here. And it's about being letting go of the energy, the realization of what was true versus what was in fantasy, what was not in reality. And it's the deconditioning of all of that, deconditioning of negative thought patterns. Pisces energy can also have an element of sacrifice or the martyrship, and it's this energy for everybody is asking us to not be a martyr, or to not self-sacrifice, and to let go in a way that is in line with the truth of the greater, of the unconditional love, of through the collective, which is our 11th house energy, through all of that energy, through the kind of the epiphanies that we have into the thing that is truly true, which is just the ultimate everything. And it's the experience of that. Pisces is all about the experience, and being a mutable sign along with Gemini, Sagittarius and Virgo, there is this go with the flow energy. There is an ability to adapt and to be able to move through in a flow like way. if we can see the pathway, if we can see what life is presenting to us, which is obviously what's hidden, which is where we get this duality. We also have Mercury in Virgo. So Mercury is quite at home in Virgo, but Mercury in conjunction with Pisces is not at home. It's at its it's not at home at all, and it's incredibly uncomfortable. Mercury and Pisces energy. But so with this particular lunar eclipse, where there might be a lot coming up in the headspace, where there might be a lot of overthinking, the overthinking is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a strain. It's almost going to be like resistance, and you're going to have to try and think. And it's this, I don't know what's happening, because the Pisces energy can bring a lot of uncertainty, restlessness, indecisiveness. So there can be this real pull between, I don't know what I'm doing and I need to think, but I don't want to think, but surely I should be thinking, this whole round and round in circles. But the round and round in circles, and then it's not real, it's not ordering that chaos. It's going beyond the chaos. It's going deeper than that chaos, which is where the element of Virgo comes in, which is all about kind of how we analyze things. It's the how we do things, how we organize, how we think, which is where it's at home. And this, we're being pulled into the opposite energy. So we've got this really interesting, complex, very deep, as always, energy happening in the astrology. There's a lot of fate and destiny energy at play here as well, which is the Pisces energy. So there's lots of movement around things. There's separation, disconnection, there's coming together, there's realizations, there's depth and oneness of connections, all these deep emotions coming up, and the feeling of merging with something greater than ourselves. This lunar eclipse is really about tapping in to the something bigger, the something greater, and it's beyond the collective. It's the cosmos. It's the ether. It's that experience of the complete merging and the complete dissolving of self, dissolving of identity, dissolving of anything that is kind of addictive or addictions, anything that's illusionary, that we're not really seeing, or we're choosing not to see something. All of this comes into play, and it comes up highlighting any negative thought patterns, any conditioned negative thought patterns in here as well. So this is really about connecting to all of the realms. This is going above and beyond, deeper, whatever kind of language you use to describe it, to kind of tap into that. But this is really about the depth of that and dissolving anything that is conditioning, which is why it's so powerful, why it can be so confusing, why it can be so frustrating, especially in the mind. So the biggest thing for this, the energy that's around at the moment, will be not to be in the mind. This is about being in like our creative energy almost, but a spiritually creative energy, without avoiding or being an illusion of anything that's coming up for us. With all eclipse seasons and with all eclipses, there's like a cycle, and it's 18 years past, 18 years past, 9 years past, which is the sign and the second sign before it comes around again, so halfway through. So 18 years ago is when we had this particular energy. So wherever you were, whatever you were doing, 18 years ago, 2006, and then maybe for like 6 months around that. So anything that happened then or that came up then could be coming up now, same patterns. It could look very different in the physical, but it's the same kind of pattern. So it's having a look at that, a really honest look at that without any judgment. It's really important during this season to have no judgment whatsoever. Virgo energy can be very self-critical, very analytical, and very judgmental and worry. And Pisces can be an illusion. So we've got two opposites here, and this is about not bringing both of those in balance, but finding the truth in between those two, which is the going deeper, which is the dissolving of everything else, of all the conditioning, of anything that is in illusion, that is not in truth, and who and what we are being in illusion as well. And there's all of these types of things that can come up. So advice for this season is to not be in our minds, to not be in our heads, to not take anything personally, to not be in any way attached, to be very observant of what's happening around us, the feelings that are coming up, and to process them and to go through them. And it could be connected to things that were happening. There's always a connection when we look back with these powerful lunar eclipse cycles. So this is really about breaking what's imprisoning us. 12th house Pisces energy is about imprisonment, and it can be fear of imprisonment. So what's making us feel trapped? Is that a thought process? Is that an idealism that we are holding on to, a belief we're holding on to, looking at all of these different things without over analyzing, without judging, and without trying to fix anything. This is about the experience of what is and experiencing what is true without trying to fix, which is the Virgo energy, which is where if you've got strong Virgo placement, especially if you've got Virgo 25th degree, could be in complete opposition right now with the Pisces lunar eclipse energy. So I hope that's given you some insight into the energy that you are experiencing or you might be experiencing, and possibly other people around you. So let's get into the reading now and see what Spirit want us to know about this energy and just some guidance on how to move through. Okay, we'll have a little look at the energy, what to expect, what the major themes are for collective and for you. And we'll also look at kind of this hidden realm, because it's a very big theme around this season. We do have, I think I might have mentioned this, we've got the solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October as well in this eclipse season. I think we might be shuffling again, but we're going to get 3 here. What do you need to release? So yeah, this is all about releasing. Waning moon. So what needs to be released? Where is there resistance? What is being held onto really tightly? Where have we got a fear of letting go? The Pisces energy, all about our fears. It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. A lot of release, big release. The negativity could be worry, fear, particularly when it comes to being fearful of something. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. I think we've just had I think it might have been Mars that's just gone into Cancer. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. If you have any feeling of taking action towards something, but the feeling is there's going to be a very subtle difference between taking action towards desire and away from fear. And then with this energy, I feel like Spirit's saying to us, it's the energy of what's true versus what isn't true, rather than desire versus fear, because desire is just the opposite of fear, and it's the same energy on two polarities. Work through your fears. Full moon in Scorpio, new moon in Scorpio, sorry, to mirror the full moon in Scorpio here. Okay, we've got a lot being asked of us this time around. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Wow, yes. So we are in full moon in Pisces, and the balancing of spirituality and practicality. The practicality is the Virgo side of the full moon. It's the opposite. And the spirituality is the Pisces side of the full moon. And the balance of the two is not the satisfying both individually. It's about bridging both together without any illusion, without any forcing. It's letting go of everything that doesn't serve. Spirituality in practicality. A lot of the things that are getting in the way of that, work, relationships, energies, belief systems, anything like that, will come to the surface during this time. And yeah, there's a lot of working through our fears. Let's have a look at the tarot and see what we need to know about these fears. What is it that I want to specifically look for you at what is coming up and what's being released. What's coming up, what's being released? The viewer, please. Thank you. Yeah, okay, we've got 6 of Cups, the past. I feel like Spirit aren't messing around with us. Not that they ever do, and not that it's ever easy. Okay, this is a deep emotional energy. 4 of Pentacles, control. Okay, so there could be a lot coming up about controlling the present to not repeat the past, or to not have the past come back up. 8 of Cups, introspection. What else for the viewer, please? We've got, I think that's this fear. 9 of Wands, fear. Yeah, we're in. So this is the illusionary energy. This is the, oops, there we go. The Chariot, progress. That's a Cancer energy, actually. So we've got 9 of Wands, 8 of Cups. It's the introspection on what is keeping us in fear. I almost feel like it's like our mind can convince us of anything. So our mind has convinced us that we're not in fear, but we actually still are. There's this element of really being honest about what is it that we're scared of. Are we scared? And this is where we really have to be honest with ourselves about where our fears lie. Are we staying in the job for fear of something? Are we staying in the relationship for fear of something? Are we doing X for fear of Y? That's what's coming up right now. And everything is, there's a very intense emotion. There also, with the Cancer energy and the Mars energy, there could be an intensity around expressing anger at this time, because this is not a compatible energy. It's an energy of release, and it's an energy of realization, and a challenge energy, which brings things to the surface, but quite often in a non-compassionate way, from just the energy that we experience and we feel. We do also have, so Pisces, Saturn is in Pisces retrograde at the moment, which is playing a part here in playing a part in opposition. So there is like there's a sobriety around the Saturn energy that helps us to see where our lessons are. There's also the karmic element that comes with Saturn. There is this grounding energy where Saturn can ground Pisces energy and allow us to see things in a judgment-free way, and allow us to release things as well. It kind of helps us keep steady so that we're not so flowy. And we've got the Chariot progress. So moving forward in a way where we are not afraid to move towards what scares us or what is feeling fearful. Queen of Pentacles, stability. This is the Virgo energy. What else do we need to know about these fears? What have we got here? Nine of Swords, trauma. A lot of intensity coming up from the past. A lot of intensity. Okay. Anything else? I think we're going to go over these. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles energy. This stability is what we've just been speaking about with the Saturn energy. There's a stability that's coming to allow us to release anything that we're holding on to that is in our cells, in our body, in our conditioning, that is related to any trauma. And what I want to say as well here is this is going to be different for everybody. It's going to come up in different ways, and it's going to be showing in different areas of life. The fear that comes up and the control around stopping the fear from coming up, and that resistance is what could be making things feel quite anxious. So where we've got the lunar eclipse 17th 18th September, it's kind of 6 weeks out. You might have already been feeling this energy as we've been coming up to, but it's culminating now, and it's like the release of the energy and then the integration of the energy. 6 weeks, 6 months. So 6 months, we've got the full moon in Virgo, which is the first kind of cycle of this energy. How can we? So I was just about to say, how can we help move through this trauma, these fears, this control, anything that's keeping us stuck? And we've got judgment, action, this is the release. The judgment energy is the release, and it's almost the non-action, the action to do non-action, to release everything that is within us. And the release is of the resistance. It doesn't mean anything else. It's the release of the resistance that we have towards the fear. That could look like having help or support in some way for in areas where we feel like we need support from someone else, or reflection from someone else. What else do we need to know about this journey? What can we do in the next 6 weeks to help this journey move through? King of Swords, knowledge. What else? This feels like spiritual knowledge to me. We've got Two of Swords, crossroads. Page of Pentacles, prospects. Okay. So Spirit want us to walk away from something, but I feel like they're saying it's our choice to walk away from something. And the choice is to walk away from something not because of this fear. It's to walk away because we know that it's not true. And it's the knowledge. For some of you, this could be spiritual knowledge. This could be this is not staying in the mind. This is the power of the mind around what we know to be true. That's what Spirit's trying to say there. I couldn't quite express the feeling. And we've got Two of Swords and prospects. So one of the things that might come up for you in these next few weeks might be, or these next, could be the next couple of weeks, anytime within the next 6 weeks, could be it could be a choice that you need to make. And it's going from the mind, going from the air energy from the mind into our, okay, what's possible energy. So what's possible? If what's possible, what feels possible, and what feels right. How else can we move through this energy, this fear energy? We've got the Fool, change, so a whole new cycle. Strong Aquarius energy coming through. If you've got Aquarius placements, you might have Aquarius in Mars, Aquarius 12th house, or Aquarius 6th house. Oops. Okay, and we've got Six of Pentacles, kindness. Right. What I feel Spirit is saying to us here is the exchange between you and another, and that could be between you and Spirit, you and someone else, you and life. The exchange between you and someone else is just based in compassion, kindness, and forgiveness. Like the generosity of Spirit without any expectation of coming back, without any judgment. Almost want to say without any judgment, good or bad judgment, because any judgment is still judgment and keeps us in the mind. Without any judgment, because the judgment can flip, because they're both sides of the same coin. Good is the other side of bad, helpful is the other side of unhelpful. All of these judgments have these dualities. So if we let go of all judgments, we are then freer and more receptive and more attuned to receive something that comes in, that is the feeling around what we need to express and what needs to be processed. There is an incredibly complex energy here. I want to have a look at what's hidden. What is hidden underneath the surface that we need to be aware of as we go through this cycle, this lunar eclipse cycle with Pisces energy, please, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. Are we going now? Yes. Oh no, Spirit's left this way. Okay. I think there's only one here. Distance, retreat, or time out. So there could be a detachment that's you're feeling. Alchemy, ancestor guides. Yeah, there's a very strong connection to Spirit during this time that can come up. There's a lot of help. Here we are. Both of these. Memories, nostalgia, messages, dreams. Yeah. So wherever you're experiencing something, we had past, yeah, so wherever you're experiencing something where perhaps in dreams, or perhaps just in your thoughts, where something is happening purely from the past, where it's repeating the past, or you're just going over the past, what I could have done differently, just anything that comes up that is not in the present moment, that is not in your perception. Be very aware of the nostalgia, because we've got the Six of Cups as well, didn't we? Feel like we had the Six of, yeah. So the Spirit's going to, I feel like for a lot of you, Spirit's going to be speaking to you in dreams, in meditation, when you're in your kind of psychic spiritual energy, your intuitive energy, your knowing energy. That's when Spirit's going to be giving you messages. I also feel like Spirit's going to help you release in that state, in a meditative or a dream state, astral state, to release something from the past. And it could be that it's these memories and this nostalgia that's kind of reigniting anything that's trauma based from the past, anything where we feel it's impacting our stability, anything that's keeping us in any fear mode. Where are we going here? Party external. This could be talking about any kind of addictions or any kind of escapism, which is highly 12th house or Pisces energy in this context, especially. Transcendence, unity, perfect Pisces energy. This the Pisces energy is all about the transcendence. So it's our 12th house energy, and it's going from our first house, which is all about self and identity, and then all of the lessons along the way. And then we get to the 12th house, and then it's the transcendence from everything that is in illusion. It's the shattering of illusion. So that's where we get, and the unity isn't the understanding of unity or the acceptance of unity, it's the experience of unity. It's like the deepest possible way. And we've got nurture and compassion. Nurture and compassion for self and also everything else that is around you that has happened. This is purely about self nurture right now for your journey, and then to understand that there is no self. There's a real enlightenment energy here. And we've got autumn harvest, and we're in the autumn northern hemisphere at the moment as well, so that could be impacting you. We've got something else here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, fire, ace. Transformation. This is the purity of transformation with the ace energy and with the fire energy. This is taking action towards transformation, whatever that action looks like for you. But this isn't about moving toward taking action to move towards something that is helping you get away from something else. And this is where the mind can play tricks on us, right? This is where we need to be very, very aware of intention, especially with this energy. I think there's something else here as well. I'm just going to shuffle again. There was with this harvest, so there's something you've been working on. This is either, no, it's longer. I was going to say this could be like the last few weeks leading up to this new moon, but it's not. This is going back 9 years, 18 years. Something that you have been working on in yourself that is coming to a head. And we've got trust and divine time. With this energy being quite karmic, with this lunar eclipse, trust and divine time is absolutely paramount. And I think it's the belief, not the belief, that's the wrong word, it's the knowing that this is at play, and the acceptance and the surrender of control that this is in play, and not having fear that you're going to miss something that during this period because you haven't taken action. It feels very important to say non-action is action in some cases, and then action towards something even though you feel scared is positive. Okay, we've got assistance, spirit guides, and Venus offer. There is we've got shadow side, moon, the dark night here, and then we've got Pisces. There is a real move from your spirit guides to help you and to create encouragement and guidance and support while you go through this. It's like there's a final release almost of karma. That's what I'm feeling here. Final release of karma. There's an ambience here, and we've got the fall energy, which is change, which we're going right back to the start with this cycle, right back to the start. And we've got that here with the completion of the moon cycles with Pisces energy. Okay. Shadow side, moon, the dark night. So this is all about the shadow side coming up. So some of you might feel this dark night of the soul energy, and it could be deep, deep, deep in your emotional waters. With being in the sign of Capricorn, that might be relevant to somebody. Being in the sign of Pisces as well. This unconditional love is not a mind love. The Venus energy is I feel like this isn't to do with a person. This is a spiritual journey. This is the offer of life to experience love from spirit's perspective, which is a totally different experience of love to what what we call love is. And I feel like spirit want you to release everything from the past and because you can't experience this type of love or this feeling of love without releasing everything from the past. It's like that's not possible, and it's like the layer you can't get through with that still being there. And the other thing is this unconditional love feeling. I feel like it's going to come to you. You're going to get kind of like a taste or be graced with it somehow in your meditation, in dreams, or even when you're talking to spirit. It could be that they give you this feeling so that you can understand the depth of this feeling. That's really incredible energy. Okay, let's have a look at fear. Let's have a look at fear. Let's have a look at what it needs to be released. Fear and worry. So this is the Virgo card for me, of this deck. Fear and worry. What else needs to be released as we go through this lunar eclipse in Pisces for the viewer, please? It's definitely our fears are coming up. I have my moon in Pisces and my ascendant in Pisces. So I am feeling it as well. So if you are similar, you are not alone. I can promise you. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. That's what I was trying to say. The card is just saying it a bit better than what I was trying to say. The feeling spirit's giving me here is the unavoidable courage to move with fear without the resistance or the control of trying to get fear away. Because the idea of fear being around is almost paralyzing. It's like it stops your body. It keeps you trapped in some way, which is a lot of the lunar eclipse Pisces energy. So where you feel trapped, and it's like the feeling where you feel like you've got jelly legs or like wobbly legs, or you feel like you can't move. I don't know if you ever have the dream, it's quite common, where you can't run, or you have a feeling where you're in your your feet or your legs are trapped in something and you can't move your body. And that can happen in dream or like meditation states, and that's very common with this kind of paralyzing fear that is somewhere in our cells, and it's like a body's unconscious thing, and that's what's being released on a big level. Big level. There's a lot of self nurture that's needed through this process. Yeah, okay. And we've got worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Doesn't change an outcome. I mean, it's so easy to say just don't worry about it, but it's really hard to do when you're worried. The key here, I cannot stress this enough from spirit, it's the key here is do not stay in any kind of mind movie, any mind chatter, any monkey mind, anything in your mind. Do not stay in the mind. Use the mind for a tool to do the things that you need to do on a practical level. Making breakfast, making lunch, doing your bed in the morning, going to work, getting your shopping from the supermarket, whatever those practicalities are. Use your mind for the strategic way to get those things done, in the smoothest, peaceful, most efficient way possible, the most enjoyable way possible. But use your intuition on the flow of all of that. And we've got abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And this limitless, we're feeling limited and we're feeling trapped. The expression and the realization of this energy that we're experiencing at the moment is this limitless. So I love that this has come out for you. Okay, let's have a look at past life energy impacting us. If you don't feel connected in or resonate with past life energy, this is like a collective energy, perhaps that you can draw on, like a power that's already in the collective consciousness to draw on to help you through this journey, to help you through this period of change, this period of transformation, this period of realizations, this period of like letting go, but especially this period of moving through fears. Adventure, the Silk Road in Mongolia. I feel like this is spirit saying, don't feel like you have to take it all seriously. We can be on an adventure. Higher consciousness, Sirius, Pleiades, and Arcturus. That's amazing. There is, you could resonate with divine connection, or connection with either of those groups. You could resonate with starseed energy. If you don't, this is to do with the higher consciousness. You're tapping into something bigger, you're tapping into something greater. And you have done this before in the past. You have done this before. You have access to this energy in this life. It's either that you've already done this in a previous life and you mastered it. Some of you, I feel like you've got a grand trine or a kite in your natal chart as well, possibly in a water element, impacted by Pisces in some way, or Virgo, but possibly Pisces. But you are drawing on higher consciousness energy naturally. So don't have any doubt whatsoever of your ability to move through this. Strength, exactly. Joan of Arc, France. I feel like a lot of you are you're an old soul. You're an old soul, and there is this undenying, unyielding, powerful strength behind you that comes from your energy, that comes from your being. That's where there's so much emphasis, perhaps, in your being rather than the doing. Releasing everything that could hold you back from being in this strength, from being aligned fully with this higher consciousness. Okay, what are we mirroring? Oops, okay, straight away. Deliberation. What are we mirroring? I wasn't even going to do this one, but I just heard it from Spirit. Here we go. Oh, the angelic realm. That's what we're mirroring. Okay, is there one more here? What are we mirroring? Let's give it one more shuffle. There we go. Courage, yes. Strength and courage. Okay, we have deliberation at the feet of Lao Tzu, China. Whatever you're deliberating here, viewer, whatever's going on, whatever you're feeling in kind of push-pull towards or away from, whatever you're contemplating and deliberating over, the move forward comes from within. It doesn't come into the mind, it will come into your body, and you will know it's from you will know that it's an ethereal movement forward. Meditation could be really good for you at the moment. And we've got light, the angelic realm. So we've got a lot of support from Spirit in how we're moving through. We've got a lot of light energy coming in and courage. Vikings in the New World. Not being thrown by anything. Because all of the worry that might be coming up and the fear that might be coming up on the what ifs, it's like the energy, it's like once this breaks, once the mind chatter stops, you will go straight into courage, strength. It's not trying to be strength, it's not trying to be courage, it's realizing that you are those things, that you can access those things by it's the dropping of the fear and the worry just organically brings in the strength and the courage. Okay, let's get some wisdom on this. Let's see what else. What do we need to know about this journey for this life path? What do we need to know about this journey for this life path for the viewer? Galactic healer, move forward with an open mind. Yeah, and we've got this we've got the higher consciousness energy here as well. And expansion, educate your mind and senses. This is about going into your senses. and about how to use your mind, like what we were saying before. There's something about using your senses to direct your mind rather than using the mind to direct your senses. Anything else for the viewer? I feel like there's one more here for you. What else? Is that it? Okay. Any more? No? Okay, thank you. Right, we have divine will. Oh, viewer. Let go of fear. That's what spirit is bringing through the entire reading. We've got past. It's time to release negativity. Work through your fears. Fear, worry, fear. Divine will. Your own divine will is trying to work, it's ready. No, it's not trying to work through you. It's ready to work through you. It's ready now. Okay. What energy are we working with here? What do we need to know about our pathway and what we're working with? What do we need to know about what we're working with? Okay. I mean, you're definitely already working with some very powerful beings in spirit. The element of earth, practical, grounded, determined. This really is about finding your direction. This is finding your direction, grounded by truth. And this is the spirituality and practicality coming out, because we've got the Virgo energy, the earth element coming out. This could be impacting you quite a lot if you have 25th degree Virgo, 23, 24, 25 degree Virgo. So this is about grounding. This is not about avoidance, not being in any kind of fantasy, not being in any kind of illusion. This is about really grounding your higher consciousness in the physical, the spiritual triangle, divinity, creation, and manifestation. So we've got Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn energy. But this is really about our connection to higher consciousness here. This is kind of activating our magician, our fool, our empress energy. Yeah, and we've got Saturn and Neptune at play in this. So Neptune conjunct the full moon, and we've got Saturn at play here as well. And this is really about the connection to higher consciousness. It's like there's a door opening, a portal opening for this spiritual advancement in the physical. This is like, I can't even find the words, such incredible energy. And we've got Nezak, victory, hope, love, and art. I love this. So we've got Venus energy, which is Virgo energy. But this is really opening the heart space. For some of you, this could be a fear of love. This could be a fear of being loved, fear of loving, being or allowing love in. And that may be why Spirit wants to give you the feeling of this, the universal unconditional love, which is a totally different experience and feeling to love as a person. Okay, what is coming up on our pathway that we need to be aware of? How do we move through this? Got some guidance about how we move through this energy. I love here as well that you've got the victory energy coming out, the expansion energy, the victory energy. Because this is like going through something. We've got enchanting gifts. This is about going through something very intense, but then coming out of it with like a completely different person. But we're not a different person. We're like back to self, like back to who and what we are. The divinity of that, and the almost the miracle of that. And we've got enchanting gifts. this feels like this the Six of Pentacles that came out earlier. So enchanting gifts. This is sorry, not enchanting gifts, exchanging gifts. No, enchanting gifts. I'm getting exchanging gifts in my mind. I'm seeing an exchange. I feel like this is surprises. Give me 1 second. This is, it feels like surprises. Yeah. Okay. We've got the Nine of Swords. Seven. Yeah. We've got victory again for you. Okay. There's something coming your way. We've got the Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Seven of Cups, which is our illusion energy, and Six of Wands. Whatever happens, I mean, the Nine of Swords is staying out of our minds. It's staying out of any overthinking completely. And we had the Nine of Swords earlier as well. Did we? Yes, we had Nine of Swords here with trauma. This is, it can be the gift of forgiveness. It could be a physical gift that comes out of nowhere, where you where it's like there's an overflowing sense of gratitude and hope that's coming through with this, where there might have been really like some really cross words, some sharp words with somebody in the background, or somebody that you feel like kind of took you for a ride, or a situation that had you in that kind of took something from you, or that drained you in some way that was quite debilitating, something that you worked really hard to rectify but in the past didn't rectify. This could also be in some connection to do with like just escaping, or yeah, some kind of escapism, or being part of something to do with escapism impacting you. You're going to have victory around that, and there's an exchange. It's like this is where the dissolving of energy comes in. What else do we need to know here on the pathway? What else is coming up that we need to be aware of? It's like receiving an olive branch from someone, or it's giving an olive branch. And we've got unfinished symphony. So this is where something from the past could return. This is where, for sure, for everybody, where something that is an unfinished symphony in our own healing process is coming up. What else do we need to know for the viewer? By the book. Yeah, time to play by your own rules. Time to do things your way. Before, whatever happened in the past, you were doing something with somebody else, in somebody else's way, with the best of intentions. Deep knowing. Yes. All that glitters. Yes. It's not about doing anything in anyone else's way. Anything else. Yeah. This is about you taking action. Let me just see if there's anything else here. Anything else for the viewer? There we go. Okay. Right. There's going to be some ups and downs, and there's going to be some, but mainly in the mind. It's like everything that's coming towards you is like an opportunity to try a different way, or to do something differently, to react or not react. Yeah. So we have by the book and deep knowing. This is you doing things your way. You're by the book. It's time. Sorry, you've got the reflection there. This is your by the book this time round. You've been through enough. You've been through enough. You know enough. You've experienced enough to do it your way by the book. And there's a deep knowing of what is true and what is not true. And I feel like some of the illusion that might come up is because somebody who you might perceive knows more than you, or can give you deeper insight than you can give yourself, is the one to be listened to. But this is your time to listen to yourself. All that glitters is not gold. Whatever was in the past that was in any way a disappointment was not what it was all cracked up to be, or what you thought it was. We've got milk and honey. This is nourishment and enjoyment, and there's a completion about this energy, and that I always feel a calm after the storm. Like this is when you've been through something and you're nourishing yourself, and like it feels like every single cell in your body is different. This is the energy here. And we've got round and around and no place like home. So with this energy, this feels like round and around until we find home in ourselves. This is, and we've got the Cancer energy, the full moon in Cancer as well, which is our personal security, our personal like where we are, where we feel at home, our fourth house energy. Round and around, and realizing this is going within, the introspection going within. And this is, did we have introspection earlier? No, we had knowledge. Yeah, and we've got knowing as well. Knowing that 100% of our knowing is true without going round and around in the same situation. There's a situation that's happening at the moment that has been coming up, and it could look different. It could be with different people. It could be in a different scenario, in the physical, in the material, but it's the same in principle and in energy as something 18 years ago, 9 years ago. Spirit saying that this is now the time to not go around and around. Now you're ready to do something different. And this is you finding completeness in self, but it's like even realizing that completeness is just the dissolving of every concept where there is security, the concept of where there is home. It's you knowing that you are spirit in a, living a human experience, but it's not just the knowing of that in terms of your mind, it's the expansion of that through your heart space. Such powerful spiritual uh, journeys that's happening at the moment for you. So powerful. And we've got, yeah, this is the magician energy. This is the action, the transforming energy. This is what happens when we take action from the place where we are solidly spiritually connected. That was not bad. That was not good grammar, and that was bad grammar. But this energy is pure divine action. Pure divine action. Let's have a look here. What else do we need to know about this energy? This divine action energy. There's a lot. Yeah, seven of what we've got. Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. This is you being defensive in a way where you know that they're being selectively defensive, because there's being defensive which is reactive, and there's being defensive where there's boundaries without being controlling of those boundaries. Again, such complex energy, but there's such a plushness and humanitarian energy coming through, a deep compassion, like Empress energy, real Empress energy. And we had Empress Magician Fool energy here with the spiritual triangle. Okay. What do we need to know about this action? We've got the Four of Wands, portal energy, the Hanged Man. Non-action at the moment is action until you know to move. The Hanged Man energy can also be the martyr energy, so the self-sacrifice energy. Know emotionally what is keeping you stuck, because that's the trick to move forward. That's the bit, that's the bridge. There's a portal energy here when it comes to your own stability, when it comes to your spiritual awakening. I love that we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, because this is the Virgo energy, the Pisces energy. But there's for sure celebration here. Six of Wands, Four of Wands. For sure celebration. Where are we going now? Okay. Let's see what's being activated. Oh, no, we're going to do advice first. Okay, so how can we navigate the moon energy right now? How do we navigate the moon energy? Moon indeterminate, cut your losses. So when the moon's in detriment, we're in like a challenge push pull. And this is the letting go. This is not doing something that we really tried to do something somebody else's way, but this is about letting that go and trusting self. It's like a non-compatible energy. Something is non-compatible with your energy, and it's not even a judgment on it. It's just the knowing that that is what's true. What else do we need to know along with this detriment energy for the viewer? Blood moon courage. The courage to cut your losses. I feel this is the courage to cut your losses. The courage to just say, do you know what, this just isn't right, and move away, like without any chaos, without feeling like it needs to be chaos for you to move, without feeling like there needs to be a story for you to do something. Embrace uncertainty. Yeah, this is that fall energy. What else do we need to know about this energy for the viewer, please? Okay. Oh, we've got a lot of the similar messages coming up, and we've got knowledge, drawing down the moon. Utilize the energy that spirits get, and spirit, I feel like there's a lot of spirit really putting a lot of energy around you for you to be able to work with and for you to move through this with. And spirit saying draw in that energy and just use that spiritual knowledge to keep your faith, to keep your connection, to keep your pathway in the direction that you want it to go in. With eclipses, with lunar eclipses, with full moons, this is all about redirection. We're sent back onto the right pathway, whether we want to or not. It happens around us, and it's about going on our destined pathway with the karma energy as well. Okay, there's a seriousness about the energy in this reading. Actually, I'm just realizing that everything feels very serious. The energy that I'm getting from spirit feels very serious. Like they don't want you to miss the message. They don't want you to miss. And I feel like, calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Yes, no chaos. And I feel like this is because spirit so wants you to experience the energy, and there's no words truly to reflect the energy that's coming through this reading, which is a very powerful feeling. So we've got calming the waters, and this is the waters, the deepest parts of your waters. We've got the water energy that's quite strong. It's very strong at the moment. What else for the viewer during this lunar eclipse in Pisces? Angelic assistance again. Okay, we had that earlier, didn't we? For the life of me, cannot remember where. Might have been here. Okay. Angelic assistance, divine guidance, and loving support. And we've got hostilities, conflict, and unrest. Whatever happens, any conflict that happens on the outside is there's two things that's happening. One, it's showing you that you will be okay. It's showing you the courage. It will be an experience where you can see the courage and strength that can move through you by releasing the mind and going into your not, it's deeper than hot space. It's going into your being, but also the courage to move to what's the word here? It's the realization that you can deal with hostilities, conflict, and unrest, because the Pisces energy, mutable energy, doesn't like conflict. It typically depends on what else is in your chart as well. If you've got quite strong maybe earth or fire or air placements in amongst your Pisces energy, if you do have Pisces energy, if this is where it's impacting you in your natal chart, then it could be very different. But it's like the not wanting to have any not wanting the conflict, and but then realizing that the conflict just happens, and it's okay when it happens, because at the moment there's almost like a fear of conflict, but you are getting help on how to move through. I feel like Spirit's going to help you with the words as well that you need. Okay, let me just keep those there. Let's see where all this is going. What's the long-term plan energy? What's the long-term plan energy that we need to be aware of here for the viewer, please, Spirit? Long-term plan energy. Okay, I think we've got one more shuffle. Yeah, there we go. This victory is going to be felt profoundly in your spirit, in your soul. Into the unknown. That was another thing. Embrace uncertainty. Into the unknown is the Fool energy as well. And I feel like it came up somewhere else too. Underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears. Yes. I mean, there couldn't have been a more perfect card. This is, and the hidden realms, the underworld, effectively the unknown, everything that's blind, everything that is completely and utterly hidden, is all this energy. That's where we're going, but that's where you are going to realize you're going to experience what you're capable of. It's even more than realization. Stagnant waters, a feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. So where you might have been dealing with this fear and this anxiety and something that's coming up now, particularly quite strongly during this eclipse season and during this Pisces lunar eclipse and this full moon, it could be that you have been feeling really stagnant in terms of your own healing journey, and now there's an avoidance of that. But you're going to go through it. You are absolutely going to go through it. And into this victory, into this light, into this courage. Because there's this divine will at play as well. And we've got King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. That's the third time, I think, where we've had 3 cards and it's been like process, healing, into the unknown, change, facing fears, and then something like incredibly powerfully releasing. So this is all about plenty, prosperity, because we had it here, fear, worry, and abundance. So it's like 3. So 3s could be really important to you, really significant for you as well, because there's something about 3, 6, and 9s, especially with the cycle that we're in at the moment with the lunar eclipse. Okay, let's have a look at how Spirit are. We know Spirit are incredibly strong around you at the moment. But let's have a look at how Spirit are helping you kind of come into this alchemy, helping you with this transformation, with this release, with this part of your journey. Let's have a look. How is Spirit with you? What do they want you to know about how they're with you right now? Personal power, animal kingdom. Some of you might see animal guides in meditation, or you might do lower world meditation where you're connecting with animal guides, or upper world meditation, or middle world perhaps, if that's in your practice. There's something around this personal power energy. I'm going to look at that again in a second for you. It's the archetype. It's the archetype of the animal. But that will be different for everybody. They're helping you really release this personal power. Purification. And that's the Pisces energy again. They're going through this purification, going into this purification of honesty, of anything that's stuck, that's in any way fearful or reactive to fear. And what else? Let's get one more here. And I want to have a look at this animal kingdom for you. I feel like we are here. Change. We're definitely going through some big change. The Spirit are helping you with this change. They're helping you to navigate this change. And I feel like they're going to give you the words or the guidance in order to take action or which way to move. decision on something, because this energy can be very indecisive. Okay, so the archetype here with the animal kingdom is love. We've got the Knight of Cups. For some of you, this could be romantic love, but it's really what we've got the Magician at the bottom. Nice. It's really the archetype of love. This is about loving and being loved. Loving and being loved, and the openness and the truth of that. Experiencing the truth of this type of love. Let's look at heart space. For some of you, it could be the love that you feel for an animal, for a pet that you have or that you've had, or an animal that you know or have known, that you have this incredible feeling of love and connection to. And it's the archetype of that type of love that spirit are going to bring into other areas of your life. Oops. Okay, we've got responsibility and priorities. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Yes. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. We've had manifest a couple of times as well. This period is about prioritizing love, but not prioritizing love that is simply one type of love. This is prioritizing love from the deepest realms. I think it's like in the English language, there's one word for love, which is love. And there's like other words like adore and like other words, but there's also, I think is it an Eskimo language where it's like 26 different words to express different types of love. So depending on if you are multilingual and you have different ways to describe love in other languages, it's like the depths of that tenfold. Is there anything else here from heart space love perspective for the viewer right now? I feel like there's something else here. I'm going to keep shuffling until spirit tell me to stop. Is that it? Okay. Okay, maybe it's not in that one. Let's have a look at final messages of guidance from spirit for you. What does spirit want to leave you with today with this powerful, powerful eclipse energy? I don't have any words to describe how transformative on a spiritual level this energy is. And it's almost like it's going to hit you really subtly, and then you're going to realize just how profound an experience it is, because this is all about the experience, not the mental knowing. It's the inner knowing. Sorry. So we've got Ram Perseverance, but I feel like there's another one. Okay, give me a second, viewer. Sorry, let me keep going because I feel like, here we go. Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Did I say that earlier? I think was it this reading? Old Soul. And there's, yes, it was here. It was with the high consciousness. Like, you've done this before, and you've done this in an extremely powerful way before, and it's bringing you're ready now to bring that energy into its full power, or turn up that energy. So we've got Ram Perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. So this is, again, repeating this pattern that we're seeing. This is about going somewhere, having courage, do something, persevere with something, and then you reach your mountaintop. The thing here as well is the power of your mind. How you use your mind is incredibly important during this period. And well, how you don't use your mind, what you don't use it for and what you do use it for, is incredibly important. And we've got Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. What a card to finish on. The dreams, the creation, the illusion, the bringing things to life, being able to bring things into life is all this energy that we're experiencing. And you have the power from beyond the world. Wow, you really do. You do in your own spirit, your own self, but also when it comes to the support that spirit are giving you as you go through this period and this transformation. Wowzers, incredible. Okay, I hope that you've got some messages to help you with whatever it is you're experiencing right now. This feels very inner world, whatever's happening on the outer world, which is always impacting us, of course, but it feels like it's a lot going on the inner. So I hope that this is giving you some guidance and some pathway forward, or some guidance on your pathway forward, with wherever you are right now and through this next, particularly 6 weeks, but through this next cycle of the Pisces lunar eclipse. Thank you for watching the reading with me today, as always. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon.